I go home. I'd be like, please can you take me home?
That is where things become even more concerning.
What do you mean take you home? God damn. What do you mean take me home? You don't know this man.
Oh, hell no!
Just because they bought you a drink, it doesn't mean that, they good people.
Y.A.D. Totiro.
What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are doing good. Today, we have a little video. We got Clemmer in the building. South African club interview goes viral after women admit they never buy their drinks. What? It's this weak man who just swipe. But amen. So enjoy the video.
This video of women admitting they don't know the prices of their favorite drinks is going viral. And honestly, it's going viral for a very good reason. How do you confidently say something is your favorite drink, yet you have no idea how much it costs? I can't tell you how embarrassed I was on their behalf when I saw this clip on TikTok. But before we get into all of that, please like, subscribe, and turn the notifications button on so that you receive a notification every single time I post a video.
What's your favorite drink? Like, what do you like drinking if you're a place like this?
Hennessy.
VSOP, VS?
VS.
VS?
Yeah.
Like I?
Yeah, boo.
Shit. Imagine like I VS.
Wait, I guess it.
Oh, it's like it's not that expensive. How much is it? You like drinking, so how much is it?
I angiyazi phela mina angisuke ngingezela ukuzoyiphuzela ngemali yami suke ngiphuzisa.
That's these niggas like, hey, mawuzo muhle.
Yebo, angisho muhle nje usuke uzongena noma kephi.
Ah, damn. Yo. You see, niggas like this annoy me. I wouldn't even hide it, bruh. You niggas annoy me. Like, niggas who just buy things for women just because they look pretty. They've never did anything in your life. They haven't added just a little value in your life. And you're swiping expensive stuff because of their looks. You could. I wouldn't even lie, bruh. Those are the signs of a weak man. All I'm gonna say is, women are also responsible, Women shouldn't be moving like this. Shout out to the women who work hard and they do their own thing, bro. Because if you're these kind of women, hey man, you also cook too. But for men, the reason why these kind of women will do it more and more and more, come to the clubs, buy them. Niggas think they're gonna, smash and stuff just because they bought drinks, and then they get ditched, and then they come to the internet and cry. All that drama. Because you're weak. I'm being honest. So, to the men who keep doing this or who support this kind of movement, you're gonna be cooked. Just stop these kind of behaviors. I'm being dead ass. These women are gonna keep doing more, chowing your money because you're swiping because they look good. That's the dumbest reason you could ever spoil a girl. I won't even lie.
Yeah, exactly.
I like her. When you're at a place like Liv or Aiden or Azar, what's your favorite drink? Like either champagne, cognac, whatever it is. What's your favorites?
My favorite drink is champagne.
Which champagne?
She's just picking any drink.
Viv.
Yeah.
Shit. That's the one you like drinking. Maul I live.
Yes.
How much is it?
It is.
She don't know. She don't know.
Man, if I don't run. Estimation.
I think it is. I've never bought it, so I think it's probably like 3K.
Now that you've watched the full
Imagine a whole 3K. Whole 3K. You buying a drink to a lady you don't even know. On a random day, chilling at the club just because they look good. What are you benefiting? What's going on?
Bruh.
clip, let's talk about the comments. One comment says, "This is so embarrassing," and I agree fully. And if you don't think this is embarrassing, I'm honestly afraid something might be wrong with you. Embarrassment exists for a reason. It's meant to signal when something is off. Not knowing the price of something you claim to love shows a lack of awareness and self-respect. It shows that you're not in control of what you consume or how you live. There is nothing wrong with enjoying being treated, but there's something wrong with proudly not knowing anything about what you're drinking, how much it costs, or even who is paying it. That's carelessness. Another comment says, "I believe that something that I can't afford cannot be my favorite." Agreed, 100%. Your favorite thing should be something you can access on your own. Otherwise, it's not your favorite. It's a luxury you borrow from other people. If tomorrow no one buys it for you, then what? Suddenly you don't have a favorite anymore. That's why this conversation matters, because liking something should not depend on who is sitting at the table or who has money that night. I believe they don't know the difference between VS and VSOP, and I agree with this. On the video, the woman says her favorite is Hennessy. The guy asks,
Like, look, there's no point on knowing something in details if it wasn't, worth getting. Like, if I get something effortless, I don't care about the rest. So they don't have to know about the drinks. As long as I'm getting drinks, that's their mindset.
which one, and she hesitated and then picked a random option out of
she
the
gets
ones
it
he
for free.
mentioned.
VSOP, VS,
Yes.
VS.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
That
like,
moment said everything. That wasn't someone choosing what they like. That's someone who drinks whatever is handed to her, as long as it looks expensive and makes her feel included. It's not about taste, it's about image. The next comment says, "Favorite but never bought it." It is truly sad. Honestly, no extra commentary is needed on that one. The sentence explains itself. Another person commented saying, "You can't shame the shameless." And that's true too, because even after admitting they don't know the prices, they laughed about it. There was no discomfort, no reflection, no pause. That tells you there is no shame there at all. And when there is no shame, there is no self-checking. If you can laugh at your own lack of awareness, then you don't see a problem. And when you don't see a problem, you don't protect yourself. Another comment says, "Had a girlfriend whose favorite is seafood, but at home buys chicken feet, living beyond means." This is actually a very real example of living beyond your means.
nah, but like, I mean, something can be your favorite food, but you don't eat it more often. So yeah, that comment is, I don't know what that comment was proving. I can say my favorite food is, I don't know, a wrap. Obviously, I don't eat a wrap at the crib like all the time. So
Living beyond your means doesn't always look like debt or flashy clothes. Sometimes it looks like pretending to like things you cannot maintain, pretending to belong in spaces you can't afford to be in, pretending to have a lifestyle that only exists when someone else is paying. Over time, that kind of pretending can damage how you see yourself. You start to measure your worth by excess, not stability. And that's a dangerous place to be. This one came in their defense saying, "I buy groceries all the time and I don't know the prices from the top of my head." All I have to say to that is, for something to be your favorite, you must have bought it several times. And even if you don't look at the prices when you buy stuff, surely if you've bought something enough times, you'd have seen the price at some point. Bank account records, slips, or the bill itself. Now let's talk about the bigger issue here, because this is no longer just about drink prices. It's about safety, awareness, and responsibility within the night clubbing culture. Accepting drinks from random men is not harmless fun, especially not in a country where women already face very real dangers daily. This is not fear-mongering, this is reality. Alcohol lowers your awareness, it slows your reaction, it makes it harder to think clearly.
This is
when
why
you
we like-
accept drinks from people you don't know, you give up control. You don't know what their intentions are, you don't know what they expect. And yes, we know there are men who believe that buying alcohol for you is an exchange. They may not say it out loud, but we know they believe that. Almost everyone knows men like that do exist. So the question becomes, why would you risk your life like that? Some people like to say not all men, and that's true, but safety is not about guessing who is good and who is bad. I mean, if you were to guess, how would you know if someone is a good person or a bad person? Safety is about reducing risk. You don't get into a car without a seatbelt just because most people drive safely. You wear the seatbelt because you understand risk. The same logic should apply here. There is also a power imbalance when someone is constantly paying for you. When someone buys you a drink all night, they may feel entitled to your time, your attention, or even more. Even if they don't act on it, that pressure does exist. And when alcohol is involved, everything becomes blurry. And suddenly a fun night can turn into a situation you didn't plan for. Research clearly shows a clear link between alcohol and gender-based violence. Men with alcohol use problems are more likely to commit interpersonal violence, and women whose partners are regularly intoxicated are much more in risk of harm. Alcohol affects judgment.
Hey, let me just add on it real quick. You know, she's touching more on safety for women, which is what we really want, you know, for women to be safe out there and, you know, just stay safe, man. There's crazy things happening for women, to women. So, you know, with that, it's like as a grown woman, you know, going to a party and just accepting drinks to all men, I think they know what's going on. I mean, you're grown enough to understand that when a man buys you stuff, there's that feeling of entitlement. You know, I feel like some women, they are just being ignorant, you know. At night, you know what's up. It's not safe for women. You get. And you find or you just come across a strange man at the club and they come to you. You get. They come to you, they're like, hey, let me buy you a drink. 9 times out of 10, if a woman says yes, she most of the time she kind of knows what's up, you know, because that guy will come and it will be a bit flirtatious, like, hey, baby girl, you look good. So what I'm saying, why you here alone? It's at night, it's not safe. You know, trying to smooth your way in. Hey, let me chill with you. I can get you drinks. You know, that kind of intro, it kind of has to click like that. Nah, you know, this guy's intentions is 1, 2, 3, even though it's not, but just to be safe. So I feel like some women are just ignorant. As a grown woman, who doesn't know at this point that at night is not safe? Worse, at the club. I don't know, man. You know.
Reduces inhibitions and can escalate conflict into dangerous situations. That's not alarmism, that's data. And it's why experts say harmful drinking patterns are a major driver in both physical violence and sexual against women. Even though this might not always be the case, but I'm sure a lot of the most gruesome situations started with just accepting a drink from a stranger. Because it's not your alcohol and sometimes handed to you already poured in a glass. You wouldn't even know.
We were taught since in primary, I think the third or the second grade. Yeah, I feel like everyone, you know, we were taught that same information that if you don't go to a stranger giving you sweets, yeah, remember that, right? You don't talk to a stranger. You don't associate yourself with a stranger. With my understanding, I think majority of people were taught that in primary. So now people just forgot the information.
If it's spiked, because you know beggars can't be choosers. You end up taking it even if you suspect something may be wrong. There are safer ways to enjoy clubbing if that's what you're truly into, and that includes not accepting drinks and rides from strangers. That's on minimizing risks, even though you may still be in danger, but you have to always try your best with your safety. Because here's the truth, no one is laughing when someone doesn't make it home. No one is laughing when another woman becomes a statistic in our country's ongoing crisis of violence.
Sure.
No one is clapping when a fun night turns into something that could have been prevented with a bit of awareness. Again, you can still get hit by a car even if you look both ways before you cross. But you still do it because it's better to be cautious than to just leave it up to a random chance. Now, there is a follow-up video where the same group of women are asked what they do after accepting free alcohol. One of them says she asks the guy to take her home and that nothing else happens.
Let's say you're at a club,
Yeah.
at a restaurant. A guy buys you a drink. Right?
Yeah.
Saying, "Leave, saying, leave my way." What happens after that? What do you do after that?
I
Wait,
go
personally.
home. Oh, for me,
Yeah.
I go home.
Shoot.
I'd be like, please can you take me home?
That is where things become even more concerning.
What do you mean take you home? God damn. What do you mean take me home? You don't know this man.
Oh, hell no!
Just because they bought you a drink, it doesn't mean that, you know, they good people. Just because they came with good intentions, like you think, that doesn't mean the outcome will be good. Because most of the times, that's how the entrance is. You know, you gotta be aware. Most of these ladies who get into, you know, GPV, grape, and all those stuff, the entrance was smooth. And when the night went by, it was a distraction. Distraction. Yeah, distraction. You get?
Getting into a car with a stranger while intoxicated is extremely risky. It doesn't matter how nice he seems. It doesn't matter if he bought you drinks all night. It doesn't matter if he says he's just being kind. You are placing your safety entirely in someone else's hands while your judgment is already affected. That is not empowerment. That is vulnerability with a stranger. Taking a lift from someone you don't know removes control. Where to stop. You don't even know where you are at certain points. And again, this is not about blaming women. This is about telling the truth. There are safer choices, there are better decisions, and pretending otherwise helps no one. Women have the responsibility to look after themselves. That statement makes people uncomfortable, but it's still true. Responsibility does not mean blame. It means awareness. It means making choices that protect your future, your body, and your life. Wanting soft life does not mean abandoning common sense. Wanting to be treated does not mean surrendering your safety. There is nothing wrong with enjoying nice things. There is nothing wrong with being taken out. But there is something wrong with not knowing your limits, not knowing your prices, and not knowing when you are putting yourself in danger. Independence is not just about money, it's about awareness. It's about knowing where you are, what you're drinking, and how you're getting home. This video went viral because people saw something deeper than drinks. They saw a pattern, a culture where image is more important than safety, where access is more important than control, and where being included matters more than being safe. And until that changes, videos like this will keep going viral, not because they're funny, but because they expose something uncomfortable that we keep refusing to talk about. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on this matter. Have you ever gone out with...
Hey man, we saw the video, you know, and all I can say is women can have fun the way they want to, you know. It's just being extra safe and making sure, you know, everything is good, man. Because now, taking this path, knowing what's going on in the country, GBV, and women had the movement of women empowerment, the purple thingy, purple color, purple backgrounds. It's like, it kind of contradicts now. Hey, you are fighting for your thing, safety, respect, care, and all that. But now you out here in the club at night, you know. I mean, some women are good. I'm not saying all of them, but just to those women who are in this kind of mindset and lifestyle, I think you must reconsider and change your ways, man. Because, hey, you're going to be part of the stats. So just make sure you're all safe. Just be extra careful with these kind of situations. Comment down below and tell me what you think. I'm going to catch you on that video. Love you. Take care.